finally got picked up by Walmart.
Sweet bee honey will soon be hitting the shelves here at Walmarts across Bell County.
Honey, the golden nectar that's been cherished for centuries, is often seen as nature's healthiest sweetener. We drizzle it on toast, mix it in tea, and use it in everything from skincare to home remedies. It's marketed as pure, natural, and wholesome. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Not all honey is what it seems. Many of the popular honey brands on grocery store shelves are far from natural. They're often diluted with cheap syrups, ultra-filtered to remove pollen, and sometimes even imported from questionable sources that disguise their origins. What you think is raw honey might actually be a blend of sugar syrup, additives, and chemicals, stripped of the enzymes, nutrients, and antibacterial properties that make real honey so valuable. In this video, we're exposing the top honey brands you should avoid at all costs, and revealing a few truly safe, authentic alternatives. So before you reach for that golden bottle in your pantry, stick around. The truth about your pure honey might surprise you. 1. Great value, honey, Walmart brand, a sticky web of deception. When you think of honey, you imagine something natural, maybe even something that came straight from a beehive. But when it comes to great value honey, that image couldn't be further from reality. This Walmart house brand has been under scrutiny for years, and not without reason. Independent testing and multiple investigations have revealed that great value honey often contains little to no real pollen, which is a red flag for overprocessing and potential adulteration. Why does that matter? Because pollen is the fingerprint of honey. It proves authenticity and reveals where the honey came from. When pollen is removed through ultrafiltration, the source of the honey becomes impossible to trace. And in many cases, that's exactly the point. Removing pollen allows companies to hide the fact that much of their honey is imported from countries like China, where honey laundering and adulteration are rampant. A study by Food Safety News found that 76% of store-bought honey brands in the US had all pollen filtered out, and Great Value was among the worst offenders. Without pollen, there's no way to confirm if the honey was ever real, or if it's just a mix of corn syrup, rice syrup, and flavoring agents. On top of that, Great Value honey often goes through excessive heating and pasteurization, which destroys the natural enzymes, antioxidants, and antimicrobial properties that make honey so beneficial in the first place. Instead of a living superfood, you're left with a sugary syrup that offers none of the health perks of raw honey. To make matters worse, the lack of transparency from Walmart about its honey sourcing raises additional concerns. The company doesn't disclose the exact origins of its honey, only listing blend of US and imported honey, which is as vague as it gets. This makes it nearly impossible for consumers to know what they're truly eating. So while Great Value honey might look like a bargain on the shelf, what you're really buying is a bottle of mystery syrup, stripped of nutrition, purity, and authenticity. It's a perfect example of how mass production and cost cutting can turn nature's purest sweetener into just another processed product. 2. Sue Bee Clover honey, the all-American honey with a hidden problem. For decades, Sue Bee Clover honey has positioned itself as the classic American honey. The kind your grandparents kept in the kitchen, trusted for its golden color and sweet, familiar taste. With its wholesome branding and Made in the USA label, it gives consumers the impression of purity and tradition. But peel back the label, and the truth is much stickier. Sue Bee honey has been at the center of one of the biggest honey controversies in modern food history. The brand's parent company, Sue Honey Association, was once caught in a federal investigation for honey laundering, importing cheap, adulterated honey from China and disguising its origins to dodge tariffs and quality checks. This honey laundering scandal involved tens of millions of dollars worth of mislabeled honey, some of which was found to contain illegal antibiotics and heavy metals. Even though Sue Bee later claimed to tighten its sourcing and testing, the incident permanently stained its reputation among honey purists and food safety experts. But the problem doesn't end with history. It's in the bottle, too. Like many large-scale commercial honey brands, Sue Bee Clover honey undergoes ultrafiltration, a process that removes all traces of pollen. This is done to make the honey look clearer and smoother for mass market appeal, but it also erases the proof of authenticity. Without pollen, there's no way to verify where the honey came from, or whether it was blended with cheap sugar syrups. Independent lab tests have found that Subi's honey sometimes contains traces of rice and corn syrup, suggesting dilution and cost-cutting. And while the company markets it as pure clover honey, experts say it's likely a blend of multiple floral sources, further blurring the line between natural and synthetic. Then there's the issue of pasteurization and heating. To achieve that crystal-clear, pourable consistency, Subi heats its honey to high temperatures, a process that kills beneficial enzymes, antioxidants, and probiotics. What's left is a sweet but lifeless syrup, stripped of the natural medicinal properties that raw honey is famous for. Despite its comforting image, Subi clover honey represents exactly what's gone wrong with industrial food production. Big branding, small integrity. But when the honey itself is filtered, processed, and possibly imported under the radar, that label doesn't mean much. 3. Busy Bee honey. The budget honey, that's more syrup than sweetness. At first glance, Busy Bee honey looks harmless. It's affordable, easy to find, and marketed as pure honey. But behind the cute name and golden color lies a product that's far from the natural nectar we expect from real honey. In fact, Busy Bee has become one of the most notorious examples of mass-produced adulterated honey in the US. Busy Bee is owned by Daly's Honey Farm, which supplies bulk honey to several retailers. The problem? Multiple independent tests and consumer investigations have revealed that Busy Bee's honey often contains zero pollen, meaning it's been ultra-filtered to the point where its origin and authenticity can't be verified. And when a honey has no pollen, it's no longer truly honey. It's just processed sugar syrup in disguise. According to research by Food Safety News and other watchdog organizations, brands like Busy Bee routinely remove pollen to make their honey clearer and more visually appealing. But that same process strips away everything that makes honey beneficial: its natural enzymes, antibacterial properties, and antioxidants. What's left behind is a sugary liquid that spikes your blood sugar, like table sugar, but offers none of the nutritional perks. Beyond the purity issues, Busy Bee honey is also heavily pasteurized, meaning it's heated to extreme temperatures to extend shelf life and prevent crystallization. This makes it easier for mass production and distribution, but completely destroys the beneficial enzymes that raw honey naturally contains. So while Busy Bee might save you a few dollars at checkout, what you're actually buying is a nutritionally empty product that undermines the very idea of honey. Real honey is alive, filled with enzymes, pollen, and antioxidants. Busy Bee, on the other hand, is dead honey, engineered for profit rather than purity. 4. Golden Blossom Honey, the premium brand that's not as pure as it pretends. At first glance, Golden Blossom Honey looks like a step above your typical grocery store squeeze bottle. It comes in a sleek container with an elegant label claiming it's made from a special blend of US honeys, a marketing line that sounds trustworthy and even patriotic. For decades, it's been advertised as America's favorite, often sitting in the premium section of supermarkets. But beneath that shiny label lies a disappointing truth. Golden Blossom Honey isn't nearly as pure, natural, or American as it claims to be. One of the biggest red flags is the brand's lack of transparency about its sourcing. While Golden Blossom proudly touts that its honey is 100% pure, the fine print reveals something very different. It's actually a blend of honey from the United States, Argentina, and Canada. That vague labeling might not seem like a big deal, but it opens the door for adulteration and inconsistency in quality. When honey is imported and mixed from multiple sources, it becomes almost impossible to guarantee purity or track down contamination if something goes wrong. Over the years, food watchdogs and investigative reports have pointed out that Golden Blossom's imported honey could contain traces of foreign sweeteners or antibiotics, both of which are commonly found in low-quality honey from overseas. And since the company doesn't publish third-party lab tests or purity certifications, there's no way for consumers to confirm what they're really getting. Another major issue is processing. Golden Blossom honey goes through intensive heating and filtration, which strips away most of the beneficial enzymes, antioxidants, and pollen that give real honey its health benefits. The result? A product that might taste like honey, but behaves nutritionally more like refined sugar. The pasteurization process also eliminates the subtle floral notes that differentiate true varietal honey. meaning that all you're really left with is a sweet, uniform syrup designed for shelf stability, not quality. And let's not forget the misleading special blend marketing. Many experts argue that the blend is simply a way to mask inferior honey sources by mixing them with small amounts of domestic honey to meet labeling requirements. It's a marketing trick, not a mark of craftsmanship. Golden Blossom. Honey may look premium, but its production methods mirror those of cheaper, mass-market brands. Its long shelf life and perfectly clear appearance come at the expense of purity and nutritional integrity. 5. Honey Tree's imitation. Honey, the fake honey, hiding in plain sight. If you've ever picked up a bottle of Honey Tree's imitation honey, you might have noticed the word imitation printed in small letters on the label. But here's the catch. Most shoppers overlook that word completely. The packaging looks just like any regular honey bottle. The same golden hue, the same sweet promise, the same bear-shaped container that screams nostalgia. However, this product is not honey at all. It's a chemical-filled sugar syrup disguised as honey, and it has no business being in your pantry. Honey Tree's imitation. Honey doesn't come from bees. It comes from a factory. The main ingredients are high fructose corn syrup, sugar syrup, flavoring agents, and coloring additives, all engineered to mimic the texture and taste of real honey. It's a food industry trick that preys on the average consumer's trust. You think you're buying something natural, when in reality you're buying a bottle of refined sugar dressed up as nature's sweetener. The real danger of this imitation honey lies in its nutritional emptiness. While genuine honey contains antioxidants, trace minerals, and antibacterial properties, Honey Tree's imitation version offers none of these. It's nothing more than empty calories, spiking your blood sugar levels just like soda or candy. For anyone using honey for its medicinal or immune-boosting benefits, this product delivers the exact opposite. It can actually contribute to inflammation, insulin resistance, and weight gain. Beyond the health concerns, this kind of product also damages the reputation of real beekeepers and the honey industry as a whole. It blurs the line between authentic honey and fake substitutes, confusing consumers and driving down the market value of true, raw honey. Many small beekeepers have spoken out about how imitation products, like Honey Tree's, devalue their craft and mislead the public. Adding insult to injury, Honey Tree's imitation. Honey is often placed right next to real honey on store shelves, making it even easier for unsuspecting shoppers to grab it without noticing that one critical word: imitation. The company may technically follow labeling laws, but ethically, it's a gray area. Most people don't realize they're buying a synthetic product until they read the fine print, if they ever do. 6. Kirkland Clover Honey, Costco. Is it really pure? Kirkland Clover Honey, Costco's in-house brand, has gained a massive following among bulk shoppers. It's marketed as 100% pure and natural, and its golden hue and smooth texture can make it appear wholesome. On the surface, it looks like a great choice for families or anyone wanting to stock up. But beneath the appealing packaging, there are several reasons to pause before adding this jar to your cart. First, let's address purity and authenticity. While Kirkland honey claims to be pure, independent lab analyses and consumer feedback have repeatedly raised concerns about adulteration. Some batches have tested positive for added sugars, including high fructose corn syrup and rice syrup, which dilute the natural nutrients of honey. True honey is a powerhouse of enzymes, antioxidants, and antibacterial compounds. When it's mixed with syrups, these benefits are significantly reduced, leaving you with something closer to a sugary sweetener than a healthful superfood. Then there's the issue of contamination. Bees are nature's incredible workers, transforming nectar into a nutrient-rich food, but they're not immune to environmental toxins. Large-scale honey production, like that used for Kirkland, sources honey from multiple regions, sometimes spanning continents. This increases the risk of residual pesticides, herbicides, and even antibiotics. Certain batches of Kirkland honey have shown traces of neonicotinoids, a type of pesticide linked to bee colony collapse and potential health risks for humans. Long-term consumption of contaminated honey can contribute to subtle health issues, from gut microbiome disruption to an increased risk of chronic disease. Another concern is the ethical and sustainability side. Much of Kirkland honey is blended from multiple suppliers, meaning quality control is challenging. While Costco markets the brand as affordable and convenient, there's little transparency about the sourcing or the welfare of bees involved. Industrial-scale beekeeping often prioritizes efficiency over the well-being of the colonies, and this can have ripple effects on local ecosystems. Despite these concerns, Kirkland clover honey continues to sell well. Its price point, availability, and reputation as a safe household staple make it a go-to for many shoppers. But convenience comes at a hidden cost. For those seeking genuine honey with all the health benefits nature intended, Kirkland clover honey may not measure up. In conclusion, Kirkland clover honey is a classic case of marketing versus reality. Its appealing packaging and affordability can mask significant issues with purity, contamination, and sustainability. Consumers who prioritize health, transparency, and authentic nutrition would be wise to explore smaller, verified, and locally sourced honeys. Remember, real honey is more than just sweetness. It's an ancient superfood packed with enzymes, antioxidants, and antibacterial properties. Don't let a flashy brand blind you to what's truly inside the jar. 7. Market Pantry Honey, Target brand. Cheap, but at what cost? Market Pantry Honey, Target's store brand offering, appears to be an easy, budget-friendly choice. The jar itself is simple, unassuming, and visually appealing, suggesting purity and authenticity. But appearances can be misleading. While affordable honey is tempting, especially for families, cheap often comes with compromises that are far from obvious at first glance. One of the primary issues with Market Pantry honey is adulteration. Independent lab tests and consumer reports have highlighted the presence of added sugars and syrups in certain batches. These include high fructose corn syrup and artificial sweeteners, which reduce the nutritional value of the honey. True honey contains natural enzymes, antioxidants, and antibacterial compounds that help boost immunity and support digestion. When these are diluted with cheaper sweeteners, the health benefits vanish, leaving a product that's little better than candy. Quality control is another major concern. Some jars of Market Pantry honey are closer to pure honey, while others are heavily diluted. This inconsistency means that buying a jar is effectively a gamble. Unlike small-batch producers who maintain rigorous standards, large-scale brands like Market Pantry prioritize cost and mass production, which often results in uneven quality. Then there's the ethical dimension. Large-scale honey production can be hard on bee populations. Industrial farms may harvest honey aggressively or rely on pesticides to protect crops, which can harm bees and disrupt ecosystems. While Market Pantry does not openly advertise unethical practices, the nature of mass production often introduces hidden environmental costs. Consumers should also consider the health implications. Regular consumption of adulterated honey can lead to spikes in blood sugar, increased risk of weight gain, and potential gut health disturbances. For people who believe they are choosing a natural, health-promoting sweetener, the reality of consuming syrup-laden honey undermines those intentions. Despite these warnings, Market Pantry honey remains popular because it is widely available, affordable, and convenient. But for anyone serious about health, sustainability, or authenticity, this honey is not the safest choice. Investing in verified small-batch honey may cost more upfront, but the long-term benefits, both for your health and for the environment, far outweigh the price difference. Now that we've uncovered the hidden dangers in some popular honey brands, it's time to shift gears. Not all honey is created equal. Some options can actually boost your health, rather than harm it. Let's explore the honey that truly deserves a spot in your kitchen. Healthy alternative. Number 1. YS Eco Bee Farms Raw Honey. When it comes to honey that's genuinely good for you, YS Eco Bee Farms Raw Honey stands out. Unlike mass-produced brands that prioritize quantity over quality, YS Eco Bee Farms focuses on purity, sustainability, and preserving the natural properties of honey. Each jar is 100% raw and unpasteurized, meaning it retains the natural enzymes, antioxidants, and antibacterial compounds that make honey a true superfood. Raw honey is far more than just a sweetener. It has been used for centuries for its medicinal properties, helping with wound healing, digestion, and immunity. YS Eco Bee Farms ensures that every drop delivers these benefits, offering a far healthier alternative to the syrup-laden options we've just discussed. The honey has a rich golden color, a thick texture, and a natural floral aroma, clear signs that it hasn't been stripped of its nutrients through processing. Another advantage of this brand is its commitment to ethical sourcing. The honey is harvested from apiaries that prioritize bee welfare, ensuring that the colonies remain healthy and productive. Bees play a vital role in pollination and maintaining ecological balance, so choosing a brand that respects them isn't just good for your health, it's good for the planet. YS Eco Bee Farms. Raw honey is also versatile. You can use it in your morning tea, drizzle it over yogurt, or incorporate it into baking, all while knowing you're consuming a product that supports your body, rather than adding hidden sugars or chemicals. Its natural enzymes help with digestion, antioxidants combat free radicals, and antibacterial properties support immune health. In short, if you want honey that's truly healthy, authentic, and sustainably sourced, YS Eco Bee Farms raw honey is a standout choice. Every jar represents purity, quality, and a return to nature's original, nutrient-rich sweetener. Healthy alternative. Number 2. Manuka Health. MGO 100+ Manuka Honey. If you're serious about honey that does more than just sweeten your food, Manuka Health MGO 100+ Manuka Honey is a top-tier option. Hailing from New Zealand, this honey comes from the nectar of the native Manuka bush, renowned worldwide for its potent antibacterial properties. Unlike typical honey, Manuka contains methylglyoxal, a compound responsible for its unique medicinal benefits. The 100+ rating indicates a significant level of MGO, meaning every spoonful is packed with natural immunity-boosting power. Manuka honey is more than a pantry staple. It's a natural remedy. Studies have shown it can aid in wound healing, digestive health, and fighting bacterial infections. Regular consumption supports the immune system and promotes overall wellness, making it a smart choice for anyone who wants to get more than just sweetness from their honey. Unlike many processed honeys, it is raw and minimally processed, retaining its full spectrum of beneficial compounds. Additionally, Manuka honey is sourced responsibly, with ethical practices that protect bee populations and the environment. Each jar supports sustainable harvesting, meaning consumers can enjoy their honey with confidence, knowing it is good for both their health and the planet. Manuka Health. MGO 100+ is highly versatile. Use it to sweeten beverages, drizzle over toast, or consume a spoonful daily for its medicinal properties. Its thick, golden consistency and rich, earthy flavor make it a standout honey for culinary and health purposes alike. In summary, if you want honey that truly enhances your health, Manuka Health MGO 100+ is a premium choice. With high MGO levels, verified purity, and proven medicinal benefits, it is a sweet investment in wellness. Switching to Manuka is not just about taste. It is about choosing a natural superfood that delivers on every front: flavor, nutrition, and health. And that's a wrap on our guide to honey brands you should avoid and the healthiest alternatives you can trust. Remember, not all honey is created equal, and making the right choice can have a real impact on your health. By choosing natural, raw, and ethically sourced honey, you're not just enjoying a sweet treat, you're investing in your wellness and supporting sustainable practices. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like and share it with friends and family who love honey or care about healthy living. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more informative content, tips, and guides that help you make smarter choices every day. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and remember to stay sweet the healthy way.